going on today, birthday boys? We have a huge announcement. We got Tre Pack in the fucking house.
Yep.
And for the first time ever, you're our first guest to get interviewed by me and Cody.
Oh wow!
We're so we're so excited about
Yep.
this. We found a nice little studio spot to sneak into.
Yeah, the place is super. It's very podcasty.
Yeah. It's nice and dark. It gives off like if there's two black guys in here, you would think it was a casting couch, but. You see
now it's just us.
Yeah, and you're just like, there's too many white dicks. It's fine.
Between between our
safe.
3 dicks, we don't make one black guy.
No, we don't make half of one. You know,
I know. We're not cool enough to be one black guy either. We're really falling short on this.
Yeah, not at all.
I love
the
it.
farthest thing away. But me and Cody are gonna take a shot because
With Japes, who is also here behind the camera.
Yeah.
Can't forget to mention
Japes.
the guy who fucking made all this magicalness happen.
Yeah, I guess I went way too crazy. Give it up for Cody Mac. Give it up for Tre Pack. And forever and always, my favorite Mexican, JP.
Yeah.
He's still here. He's still queer.
But he's behind the wall like we like him.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard someone say. I don't think I've ever heard someone say "give it up" for this person and no one clap. What the fuck are you talking about? Who? Give it up for us,
Dude.
I edited it in post, bro.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I get, but how silly is it be? If you saw, this could be the biggest podcast in the world, and people are just by themselves. What are you talking about? Give it up. Who?
Cody was supposed to clap.
I've just never heard "give it up" for guy, and no one clap.
Guy.
I've done some open mics, dude, and I'm at least
You at least get the bartender.
at least someone
Yeah, just all
is
right.
in the back. Like,
Yeah, no, there's 7
Those-
Indian people standing outside cheering for JP.
that'd be great. Yeah, give it up for so and so. Silence. I love
Oh,
all
what a
right.
fucking shot. We'll start
Cheers.
it off. Shot.
Cheers.
We're already wild, guys. Nothing better than hot Cheetos.
Jesus Christ, that was stupid. Why
Yeah,
did you do that?
it. Yeah, hot tea. That's I thought you said hot Cheetos for a second, and I was just like,
Yeah.
that's a fucking podcast.
That's
You
all.
want to talk about the worst Hot Ones episode ever?
Yeah.
It's just I don't watch Hot Ones. Everybody loves that show. I'm just never been a fan. I would do it if he if my career progresses. He's like, come do this. I don't hate spicy stuff, but it's not my thing. Just you show up to Hot Ones, it's just hot Cheetos.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, we got the all the different flavors, and the final one is what's that? What
The
is
one chip challenge?
Yeah, the final one's that
Bro,
one chip challenge that comes.
Have
you ever done that?
No, a kid just died eating that,
Dude.
bro.
Good,
Bro, I
don't-
ate it. I did it once.
I went to a gas station yesterday and they had several different ones. That's how you know stuff is like when fidget spinners were in gas stations.
Yeah.
That
it's
was the
over.
shit.
It's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
That was the shit. I wish I would have been on that craze and selling those bitches. You
Dude.
made so much. You could have made so much money.
They make the extra flaming hot now. I saw that. This girl I dated here in Austin, man, she that was her chip of choice. And then she would put the chips in a bowl. She'd put the extra flaming hot in a bowl, pour hot sauce on the cheats, right? And then would eat them with fucking chopsticks.
With
Okay,
chopsticks.
I got one to match that.
She's out of her, and white girl.
My
Who'd have thought?
fault.
That whole story, never a white girl.
This one's a
White girl.
Mexican.
I
She
believe,
would get
yeah.
the extra hot ones, and then she'd get a jalapeno, hollow it out, put the jalapeno and cream cheese.
Oh, okay. So that's okay.
Yeah.
So she's the whitest Hispanic woman ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
The New Mexican.
But yeah, this chick, and then like we'd be sitting on the couch. She's like, "Yeah, I have heartburn." I'm like, "Really?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Really? You have heartburn? It's crazy. Crazy
yeah,
idea."
Haven't drunk water in 2 weeks.
No,
Maybe
yeah.
like
She's like, "My head
tequila.
hurts. I have heartburn." I'm like, "You're dead."
Yeah, dude, my girl came to me the other day. She's like, I realized that I haven't drank water in 7 days, and that might be why my kidneys hurt. And I was like, what do you mean it might be? What about that might be the problem? That is the problem,
That is,
dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's wild, man. I've had kidney stones twice, and I only now drink water and 1 Rockstar a day.
How the fuck do you look like this?
Hold on. So you're keeping Rockstar alive.
Yeah, dude,
That
100%.
rules.
First off, shout out to Rockstar. The fruit punch is the best flavor of energy drink.
I used to deliver pizzas at Papa John's, and our manager, I can't remember his name, our manager, his much more successful brother was like a bigwig at Rockstar.
Wild.
So we just had cases of Fruit Punch is the best Rockstar, and the only reason I've had it is because they were giving away cases of it.
Yeah.
Because they're going out of business.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. It was, but no,
They
the
are.
Cody's is like, I'm keeping them.
Yeah,
Dude,
and that was
every
probably
day.
like
Every
10
day, dog.
years ago. They were going out of business.
Yeah.
It was. Jeez, I'm getting old. It was. Yeah. It was 8 years ago. 8 or 9 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I remember Rockstars whenever I was in like middle school being like,
Yeah.
oh, this is the more affordable thing to buy at the gas station.
Dude, that was the progression of my life in the little town I'm from. Is that I remember riding my bike to the gas station to buy Rockstars, and then that was the gas station I filled my tank. I didn't fill, but got gas at.
Yeah.
And then I worked at the gas station while I was in college. It was and the gas station was smaller than this room.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was a fucking hole in the wall.
As every small town gas station is.
I
It's just-
stole so much shit from this gas station. And like, I'm not like bragging. It's not like it's not cool to steal. Like if someone tells me now,
Yeah.
I have friends that are like, "Yeah, I stole this from CVS." I'm like, "You're a fucking loser." Like people that steal,
That's
it's like
fair.
you broke bitch. Just buy it.
Yeah, well, especially because the things people steal annoy me.
It's right.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I stole gummy bears, and I'm like, why?
Ooh.
They're
so did I when I was-
$1.50.
So did I when I was a 19-year-old pothead
Yeah.
working at the gas station.
Yeah, it's like what?
Dude, we're almost 30. Like all my
It's
friends
like,
are
chill
30. Yeah, they're like, "Yeah, I stole this cold medicine. I stole this Sudafed from CVS." I'm
Sick.
like, "Are you gonna make meth with it?" They're
Yeah.
like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, you're just an asshole. You're just stealing things for no reason."
It's wild to me that you can still buy Sudafed, like cold medicine in Austin. Because
You cannot do that where I'm from.
yeah, me neither. Like
You gotta
it's,
have a whole prescription.
yeah,
go to the
it's a
doctor.
whole big thing. And me and my girl, she was sick, and she's like, "Oh, let's go up and like get some cold medicine."
Yeah.
And she saw it had Sudafed, and she says very loud
Yeah.
in the Walgreens,
Oh no.
"Oh my gosh, they still have the good cold medicine here. It's still got Sudafed in it.
Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
have to tell my mom." And I go,
That rules.
I'm like, "Hey, quiet the fuck down.
Your girl rules.
They're
bro.
gonna think we are."
That's like when you
such
mention
crackheads.
if you go to the smoke shops.
Yeah.
You can't call them bongs, or you can't
Yeah.
call them. You can't mention weed, or they
Yeah.
won't sell it.
Yeah.
That's if you're buying medicine and something cool is in it.
Yeah, don't ever
Don't
say-
mention it.
Yeah,
Don't, it's just
Yeah.
everyone knows.
Yeah.
You're buying 14 boxes of Sudafed. We know what's going on.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
the wildest thing was like she didn't see at first. She's like,
Yeah.
"Huh?" Like just like too sweet and innocent.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, everyone's gonna think we're selling
Now
this
we're cooking meth.
and cooking meth in Austin."
And we
Like,
might as well cook meth now.
Yeah.
Like if everyone thinks we're cooking meth, we might as well cook some meth.
these are business opportunities, people.
That's so funny because this girl that I'm seeing brought me some like a thing of Sudafed. Was like,
Yeah.
"Here, like you're sick." And dude, I'm just still a 14-year-old. I get sick and then I'm sick.
Yeah.
She's like, "What are you doing to feel better?"
Nah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
What are you? She's like, "You're not taking any medicine?" I'm like, "Who has medicine?" Just in there. You think, what do I look like? Am I a pussy? I just have medicine.
Yeah.
I have a thing of Tylenol that
Yeah.
I've had in my car for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I still haven't finished it. But she's just like, yeah, and she's very sweet. Brought me a whole bunch of stuff, which is great. But yeah, she just brought me this whole thing of Sudafed. And she's from California. She lives here now, but she's from there. And when I was like, "Oh, this is crazy that you just bought this over
Yeah,
the
bought
counter."
Sudafed, yeah.
And she had no idea that was a weird thing.
Dude.
I was like, "Do you know what I could sell this for in Harriman, Tennessee?" I don't either, but something. I could trade it. I could
People
trade
would
it for
be
your
pumped.
catalytic converter.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Yeah, you could buy off the guy stealing catalytic converters with Sudafed. You could be like, "Hey, don't cut up my car, please."
Dude,
Like,
so there's a place. I'm from Harriman, Tennessee. It's a town about 2,000 people.
Yeah.
In Tennessee, and we have this. It's all mountains in East Tennessee. There's this bluff, so like a mountain face
Mm-hmm.
that I don't know if you probably still can, but when I was in high school and college, you could drive up to it, right?
Yeah.
So like that's where you just went there because,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I had a truck, and that's what me and my friends did.
Yeah.
But I got stuck there and had to call this guy. I don't care to name drop him because I only know him as Ain't Right.
Dude, I love this so much.
Ain't Right owns a tattoo shop at Ain't Right Ink. Plug. I don't think it's still. I don't even know if Ain't Right's still alive.
Dude, any guy named Ain't Right is not
There's
still
no
alive.
chance it's still
He's
alive.
not
It's been
still
10 years.
alive.
I don't know. Ain't Right Inc. is the building still there, but I don't
Yeah.
think they do tattoos anymore.
Yeah, they
But Ain't
sell
Right-
Sudafed out of that.
No, so everybody I kept calling my friends to come get me out of the mud.
Yeah.
And they kept telling me to call Ain't Right. And Ain't Right couldn't. He was like, I'm tattooing people.
Yeah.
It's midnight.
Yeah.
But he said, I'm going to send a buddy. I was like, okay, what am I going to owe him? And that's like Kyle Kinane's new closer. It's like I owe a stranger a favor.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
The guy, I didn't have to pay him a dime. He gave me $50. And I went into CVS with my truck still full of mud.
Yeah.
And bought him
Sudafed.
And made money. Made money on the day. I was like, I'll do this all the time. Dude, you don't even have to come get me out of the mud. We'll just do this.
We came from such similar places.
Yeah, dude.
Tennessee and Missouri are not that different.
Yeah, I learned as soon as, because I've only ever lived in East Tennessee, but I've been, I was traveling to like Atlanta and just the Southeast, doing shows, doing open mics in other cities. But yeah, I remember the first time I drove to San Antonio, and you start to realize the more places you go, everything is just Applebee's as far as the eye can see.
Yeah.
It's just strip mall after strip mall forever.
Yeah.
Everywhere is basically the same place.
Yeah. Well, because one of my favorite things my girl's from a lot closer to St. Louis than I ever was in Missouri. So, like, my town had like 2,000 people in it. You had to drive an hour to find a Walmart.
Okay.
All this.
Hell yeah.
She grew up where it was like right from her town on, it was just city, just like it is from here to San Antonio. It's like you get on
Kyle.
Yeah,
whatever,
you get on 35 and you're like, I've never left a city. Like
Right.
and we'll go and be driving around, like driving down San Antonio like 2 weekends ago. And she's like, there's so much traffic. And I'm like, you grew up in this.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? She's like, it's just not my traffic. And I'm like, chill out. I'm the one that should be like.
It feels racist for you to say that. It feels really racist. I think you were in traffic with a bunch of lowered Silverados. That's what it feels like. The closer you get to San Antonio, it's just like, I don't like these people that I'm sitting in traffic with.
You have no idea how much I want one of those lowered Silverados. Because I'm such a car head, a motorhead.
I hate a lowered truck. I don't get it. The point of the truck is to have the clearance, like to sit up higher.
Unless you're drag racing.
Yeah, okay. Everybody in Austin with I'm not getting canceled on the birthday boys. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Hey, dude, look.
I'm telling you, my friends are not my bet. I'm just Trump now. I love Hispanics. All my best.
I have Mexican friends.
Well, I work in a Mexican barber shop.
Yeah.
It doesn't even feel right calling it that. I'm just the only white barber that's worked there since 1959. It's all Hispanic dudes. Yeah.
You were the diversity hire.
I got in just before equal opportunity.
Yeah. They were like,
slithered
shit. We
in
have
there.
to get a white in here to lower our insurance or something.
Dude, and I'm the white guy too, dude. Like I cut two dudes today that speak no English. Had to have my buddy translate.
Yeah.
And then like I'm listening to. I know so little Spanish, but the words I do know are like gringo and gordo, the white, fat.
Oh, okay.
Like I know, and that's all I hear.
Yeah.
And then I see my buddy like laughing, and I'm like, I'm gonna fuck this guy's hair out.
Yeah.
If you keep listen, you can call me fat and white until the cows come home. Yeah. But I learned in Spanish like gordo is fat or whatever, but that's not. It's so weird in Hispanic. That's why I love Texas and Hispanic people. I love you guys so much. That's not a derogatory term. Which is so weird. Yeah. Because I used to manage AT&T stores, and when I moved here, they would say that's how I learned the word. They'd be like, "Oh, I was talking to the gordo," and I was like, "Dude, that's so shitty." Because if you translate it, it's just like I was talking to the fat guy. It's like, "Oh my god, you fucking dick!" Yeah. And they're like, "No, that's like a term of endearment, almost," which is so weird.
Yeah, I think it's just because in English we have 1,000 different words for everything. Yeah. Because we're such a mix of all the different languages. Sure. Where all other languages are very like precise. Like I have an aunt from the Ukraine. She's like, things don't like if she reads something, it's like, oh, this is beautiful in her language, but then you like translate it, it's like, fat cow jump big 11, and you're like, what? And she's like, yeah, your all's words just don't there's too many different options for shit.
Well, that's what we used to do to cheat in college. Is you would, because we didn't have ChatGPT, but you could just copy and paste an article, right? And then you would paste that into a translator, and you would translate it. We used to do to French, and then to like Arabic maybe,
Jesus.
and then back, or no, it was to Arabic, then to French, because you have to go back to a romantic language, and then back to English. And it like the translation wouldn't be perfect, but it would change it enough that it wouldn't pop.
Yeah, it wouldn't go and get you on your system.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's what's funny is like what's gonna beat, because people are like worried. Like my sister just graduated college, and like she has friends that are still going to school that are schools are worried about people using ChatGPT to just get their degrees or whatever.
Yeah.
But what's gonna happen is ChatGPT is gonna catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the teachers are just gonna use ChatGPT.
Yeah, they can
to
use
grade
it
the
too.
papers.
Yeah.
And this is the downfall of our country. What I'm here today to talk about, guys. If you're wondering why I had this whole podcast set up, is that no, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, well, and I think it's the whole idea of being like, oh, we're really worried about what are they gonna do with cheating. It's like people have been cheating for as long as they
Forever. Yeah.
Like, no
you-
one's earned an education for 30 years.
Well, the smart people do.
Yeah,
And
but
the smart people, but now the smart people are just making
yeah,
the
they're
stuff.
they're writing ChatGPT so people
Right,
like us
right.
can graduate. Like,
Dude, that's a real job in Austin right now. And I thought about like I'm a barber. I love cutting hair. But like I was looking for jobs as I was struggling to get through school. That's a real job. You can be a ChatGPT. They don't call it translator, but that's the way my brain works. Is they because ChatGPT is just not as easy as fucking like. You have to be able to prompt it to really do what you want it to do. I've never used it. I believe in Jesus. I'm not. Listen, I've watched the Terminator. I'm not doing it, dude.
dude, it's too late. They got the nuclear codes. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just too dumb to try.
Yeah.
But that's like a real. I was like, dude, I'll learn how to ask the robot questions for you.
Yeah.
Because then you would just ask me, and I would ask it.
Yeah.
It's not basically what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Like I sold cell phones for so long. That's all we're doing. If you work in a cell phone store, you're just tech support for 80-year-old people.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Very
That's
true.
all it is. You know how many times somebody came into my AT&T store and somebody hacked my Facebook, and then you look at it and no, they didn't. You're signed out. What's your password? If you ask an 80-year-old person their password to anything, you might as well have showed them your butthole.
Yeah, dude.
Like they're offended. Yeah. How fucking dare you ask me the password?
Yeah.
I'm like, are you offended that I asked, or are you offended because you don't know?
Oh, they never know.
The best, you get it every day. What's your password? Oh, I don't have a password.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I promise you have a password.
At some point, you had to put one
At some
in.
point, you had a password.
Yeah.
I get you don't have to use it every time.
Yeah.
Just because you leave your door unlocked doesn't mean your door doesn't lock.
Yeah. Yep.
Now it's locked and you threw the fucking key away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not bitching about AT&T. It's been, I feel like you ever have like an ex that like never really gets over you and they still bitch about you? That's how I feel about selling cell phones. I've not done it in almost 3 years.
Yeah, and you're like, yeah, I just can't do it.
I can't do it anymore. I'm over it.
Yeah, my girl's dad still calls her every once in a while. And it's just like, what is my password to whatever?
Yeah.
And it's just like,
That's
she
just-
just opens up a notes app that she has all of his and
that's
her mom's
your girl?
stuff. Yeah, my girl.
You have the good one.
Oh, yeah, dude,
That rules.
She's a saint. She's the only reason I can ever function because I do things so like, I'm doing comedy here and there and whatever, and I have a podcast this night and whatever. And then she's like, "Oh, hey, we have a wedding," and I'm like,
that's awesome.
"Oh, whose wedding?" And she's like, "Oh, one of your friends." And I'm
That's
like,
even better.
"Shit, great! I'm so glad that you care enough to pay attention to this."
What rules is when you get the woman that's that way, that sucks at it. Like my mother, Tammy is my mother. I only refer to my mother by her first name. She's not my stepmom. Everyone's, oh, it's like your stepmom? No. Just Tammy. If you met her, you'd understand. But Tammy is that way. But the thing with Tammy is Tammy won't remember. Like, she'll be like, she's the keeper of
keeps a
your
list. She's
stuff,
bad at
of your social,
Yeah.
like your birth. Dude, that was like a meme a few years ago. People were like, "Oh, where's your birth certificate?" I was like, "Tammy is the keeper. She's mom. Mom has the birth certificate."
Yeah.
I was like, "Tammy, where's my social security card and my birth certificate? I'm moving to Texas."
Yeah.
And she was like, it could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Somebody could be using your identity right now. We'd have no idea." But say I was when I was getting ready to go to barber school, I was like trying to get my shit together, but she had filed all that stuff years prior.
Yeah.
And it took me 3 months to apply for financial aid. Because they're like, we need these passwords that you use to sign in.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was like 18 coming out of high school, and my mom, she did great for the time being, and then it was just gone forever. So yeah, if you find a lady that will like keep up with your shit,
It's so nice.
oh my god,
It's so nice.
But as soon as it starts to deteriorate, fucking get out of it. You can't.
Oh, yeah.
You don't stay with a Tammy.
Yeah. Dude,
You don't. My dad loves my mom. It's insane. And my mom, listen, and I said it, don't misunderstand me. I love Tammy. Tammy is. I get up every day, and I'm just like, we're proving Tammy wrong today, dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this shit happen, okay? And Tammy loves me. Tammy just doesn't like me, which is fine. That's fine. I get it. But like, you don't stay with Tammy.
Yeah.
You know
that's
what I
fair.
mean?
That's fair.
You like, I don't know. That's just I'm rambling at this point about my mom, which happens. But I've drank half a beer and I'm just gonna start crying. Fucking Tammy, damn it!
Tag your Tammy in the comments.
Dude, not everybody has a Tammy, but I do. Tammy's a nightmare, man. I hate. It's also such a weird thing because I'm single in Austin or whatever. So like, I just talk about Tammy with everyone the way I'm talking to you guys about her.
Yeah.
And that's like a red flag to girls, or like if he talks poorly about his mom, I'm like, first of all, I'm not talking poorly about my mom. I'm
about
talking
Tammy.
poorly about Tammy. And I'm not even talking
two separate people.
I'll tell you this. Everyone, what I do, I test girls because I'll do that or whatever. And then we'll be driving somewhere and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to call Tammy on the car speaker. And there's never been a time that I've done that. And we hang up and a girl not go, I get it.
Yeah.
I completely understand what just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Tammy. I'm gonna do an entire hour at some point just on Tammy, and it will be called Tammy.
That's.
So I'm gonna wait till she
so
dies.
It's so beautiful.
So hopefully soon. But like, no. I love because she'll watch this, and I'm gonna get a message that's like, well, she'll hear about it, and then she'll be like,
somebody else will watch it. And
she'll
tell her
make
the
me
Cliff
send
Notes.
her right.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, did you even listen to it? She's like, no. I'm like, of course you didn't.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Yeah.
Fucking Tammy.
Yeah. Dude, see, my parents go and they like would like to support.
Sure, that's adorable.
But I'm also like, I don't know if you need to see me get hammered and talk shit.
Yeah.
Like it's not really so I'll just like send them a link that doesn't exactly get them there, and I know that they'll give up before.
That's funny. That's kind of genius.
Like before they can like, if you gotta click through like 7 links, no one in their 50s and 60s is doing that much work.
Right.
So I'm just like, if any like clip or reel we put out is too bad, I just won't put it on Facebook because that's the only thing they see.
Right.
And then if they ask for a link, I'm just like, yeah, here's a link just to the entire YouTube page, and they'll just be like,
no idea. That's so good. See, what I do if like Tammy will ask me, she's like, my friends are wanting to see your skits. Where do I?
Yeah.
And then I'll send her a video that's like aggressive, like where I'm really talking shit about, like my opening joke for the past 2 years. I call her a bitch in the opening. It's a joke about my name.
I have a closer about.
Yeah, I'm just like
calling my mom a bitch.
Yeah,
as
I'm
well.
like that fucking bitch. It's just a throwaway line. That fucking bitch is the line. That's the line.
Yeah.
In the biz is what we call a line. But I'm like, that fucking bitch or whatever. And I'll make sure that I'm talking shit about her. And then I'm like, yeah, send that to your friends. Because I know she's not going to watch it. And then her friends are like, wow.
Yeah.
He's,
That's a little slugger there, ain't it?
the crowd sure loves him.
Yeah.
The crowd loves that. Did you watch it? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, I bet you did.
Yeah.
I bet you fucking watched it.
I think I got both of y'all beat on old people watching your content.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't put subtitles, my mom can't watch our videos
That's fun.
because she's deaf.
Okay, all right. Well, now we're all kind of sad.
Ah, don't be sad, dog. My mom would just never hear me do comedy.
My mom's just a southern cut. Your mom's deaf?
Dude, did the cancer take that too?
Dog, it took a lot, dog.
I didn't know cancer took hearing away. That's wild.
Fuck Tammy, I'm so sad about your mom now.
Oh, and my sister is like 75% deaf in one ear and like completely in the other one. So,
What is happening in Louisiana, Bubba?
dude, it's the radiation, dog.
The radiation.
Why do you think our gators are so crazy, bro?
It's so sad.
This is
That's
why you guys
okay.
are fighting dinosaurs all the time.
Yeah.
Because you're like, no. That's why
can't
they
hear 'em
talk like
coming,
that.
yeah.
That's why they talk like that.
nobody-
Shoot 'em, shoot 'em, shoot 'em. They can't
Exactly.
hear the
Nobody
words
can
coming out.
understand.
Full.
That's funny.
Yep.
I had a woman come up to me after a show at Vulcan recently, and very old lady. I mean, she was in her 60s or 70s, which is old
Yeah.
for Dirty Sixth.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But she and like did the old lady thing where she like held my hand and like patted it,
Yeah.
and she just said, "I thought you were so funny." And I was like, "Thank you." She was like, "You really got something." And I was like, "Man, thank you so." And I'm getting from her what I should get from my own mother that I don't. But so I'm really soaking it in. Listen, and she goes, "I can't wait till you're on Netflix someday." And I was like, "Man, you're gonna be really disappointed."
Yeah.
But like, thank you.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Yeah, I can't wait till you're on Netflix so I can turn the captions on because I can't understand a word you say." And I was like, "What is? Did you like the fucking show?"
That's one of those old people thing where it's like you could have just said good job, and
Yep.
walked away. We
Right.
didn't have to have the back
And
half of this
I've been
conversation.
drinking the whole. I was hosting the show. I've been drinking, and I'm fucking. Now we're doing drugs, and I'm just not like it's after the show.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't wait till you're on Netflix. The highest high.
Yeah.
I can't understand a fucking word you said. Just crap. And I was like, did you enjoy the show? She goes, I thought you were great. I was like, how did you know? I could have said the worst things ever. It's like when you watch a like Hitler thing, and everybody makes jokes because he's all animated or whatever, and you can tell he's a bad guy because he's fucking or whatever. But you don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
He could really be.
You could say we got to get these kids in better schools.
This
you
is
don't
starting
know.
to sound really pro-Hitler, and that's not what I'm doing. But what I'm saying is that let's hear the guy out. No. But I asked, she was like, well, everyone else seemed to really enjoy you.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that all it takes? Really?
I
You
enjoy
just-
other people enjoying you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
I was
weird.
like, is that it?
I think that is like
Is that
that's,
it,
that's
man?
half of comedy.
You just have to get, you don't have to get everybody.
Yeah.
Just get enough that this old woman was just like, and honestly, like I talked to her for like 20 more minutes. And I just kept going. I was like, you can't understand. Like, can you understand me now? And she was like, kinda. I'm like, we've been talking for a while. And I understand everything you say. And she just goes, I can just tell you're a sweet boy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Granny, I will blow your back out, dude. If you keep flirting with me right now, I'm like looking like her. She's with her her kids or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna fuck your mom, dude. She keeps flirting with me, tells me she can't understand me.
Yeah.
Like I have some stuff to work out. Like, what are we even talking about? You know what I mean? Yeah. All right.
Rent a mom. It's only here in Austin.
I don't know. Listen, I'm finally getting too old for cougars to want to fuck me just based on my age. Like I'm 28, and that's too old for like. Because I used to like when I was in like my late teens, early 20s. I only wanted to fuck moms, like 40.
Well,
males and stuff. It was just a thing. And now it's just like I've the girl I'm seeing, she's like in her mid 30s, and I'm like, to me, I'm still like in my head, I'm like, oh, that's so hot.
I got this older
woman. She's 6 years older than me.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's really nothing.
Yeah.
Me and my girl, we have a running joke. So she's a month older than me to the day,
Hell yeah.
but we have the running joke of like, yo, she is robbing the cradle so hard, bro. She is fucking She is fucking settling down for a younger man.
Yeah,
it is so great.
She flew across the world to steal a young little white boy's heart.
And his green card.
Where's she from?
Chile.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's here on a work visa. She leaves in a couple weeks, actually.
Yeah.
So.
We're super progressive here at the Birthday Boys.
Yeah.
She leaves forever?
She's gonna come back for 3 months, but then after the 3 months, she's gone forever. She wants to go travel the world doing like with this program that she's in and shit.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, she's gonna like go fuck everyone. She's gonna be in Jamaica and find the Jamaican version of you,
Yeah.
which unfortunately is
black.
so much better.
But I mean, like,
Don't listen. If I say unfortunately, don't finish it. I was never gonna say unfortunately he's black. I was gonna say unfortunately he's better than you. If I say unfortunately, you don't get to say what race I'm thinking of.
well, I'm Jamaican, so I'm just joking.
Dude, maybe
No, that was the joke. We understood the joke, Cody. We understood that his dick's bigger than yours. We were getting there. Let me drive the fucking boat, okay?
Cody, maybe she'll go to Asia afterwards.
Well, she's going to Italy, so she's gonna go get a chef to cook her.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
She's actually going to Italy.
That's what's so funny. Like Asians have small. I don't know who has this joke, but Asia's the biggest continent.
Yeah.
I promise you. Yeah, she'll go to Asia and some big fucking Moscow mule is gonna fuck your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Some of that Mongolian gene. They conquered the earth.
Yeah, they
dude.
conquered the earth. Well, I mean, they didn't have dicks to fuck with, hardly. But yeah, I get it. That's so funny. But that sucked. I dated an exchange student when I was in college. We were both in college. We went to theater school together, and that was cool. That was really nice. And then when she left, it didn't. It was. Listen, I know it's gonna suck because I don't know if you're in love with this girl or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
But it's kind of nice to have a break where you have to break up.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts a lot less.
It does.
And then
because like, I've been prepared this whole time for
Right,
it, you know.
Yeah.
So it definitely does make it easier.
Yeah, it's not that bad, man.
No.
I hate I hate breakups, bro. Breakups. I'm just a bitch.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
such a bitch when I get
Yeah.
broke up with, or if I break up with someone. You know, it just sucks. Like the last two girls that I dated. When we broke up, I still was in a situation where I would have to see them. That's the
Oh.
worst.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
The idea of still having to see that person, it's literally worst case scenario.
That's why I'm very.
But at least with
scared.
this chick, like that she's gonna go, whatever, and
Yeah.
you know, I don't know, man.
I'm very nervous to like try to hook up with a female comedian, especially in the Austin scene.
Dude, no.
Don't do
that.
it. I've heard every single.
Well, that's not an Austin specific. You just don't want to shit where you eat, man.
Yeah.
And I've hooked up with many of coworkers just
Yeah,
about work and
it's
shit.
just-
Restaurant industry, man, it's part of it.
But again, that's amazing because I'm a bitch, bro. Like when it comes to breakups and stuff like that, I just am not.
Like, damn, I gotta go find a new job, so I don't have to look. At
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it sucks, man.
done it.
Yeah.
Thank God for COVID, because I was doing some savage shit at Dave & Buster's, and then COVID happened, and I never went back.
Yeah.
What did you do at Dave & Buster's?
Oh, dude.
I don't know if we can
Do people
legally
work?
say it.
Do people work there? Do people work at Dave & Buster's?
Yeah.
I've never been in one, but they look fun. But I've never been in one because I've never been like a slave to corporate America. You know what I mean? Like Dave & Buster's is only where offices go to have their office party.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's so fucking funny.
Yep.
My office, because I have a work from home job, they're out of St. Louis though, and they just put out this big thing. They're like David Buster's on Saturday, and I was like, that's weird. But like I've never worked at a big corporate job, so you
Yeah,
being like, that's where corporations go to have fun. I'm like, oh, that's fucking.
It's dude.
It's so true. I didn't.
that makes me itch. The idea and the thought that people, and listen, man, like my stand up career is not like it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing.
Hey, don't worry. You were a big get for us.
As I'm saying that, I'm trying to like say this. I'm not trying to say what I really think, which is like you guys are.
Yeah.
Like, our first guess is the one and all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good. But no, like I don't know, man. Like I think my career is going in the right direction, which is nice. But like at least I'm pursuing it.
Yeah.
At least I'm doing the thing. The idea like of people going to work and then going home and that's it.
Oh yeah, it's psychotic.
That's it. That's why people have kids. Like I don't want kids.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I say
don't
that
either.
until I date a girl or I'm like seeing a girl that's got a kid, and then I'm like stepdad a little bit for like, but not even because you're really just stepdad for like the day.
Yeah.
Like and then you just go home for.
Yeah, then you can go home where there's no toys, there's no
Right,
children
exactly.
screaming. You get to be a stepdad for like
a second.
an afternoon, and you're
Right.
like, this is sick.
Kids
They're-
ripped.
they're
Dude.
so much
Babies are the
fun.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're just home.
Yeah,
and
and then
baby,
you're like,
and
ooh,
it's,
Xbox. Yeah,
it's even
this
because
is-
there's no expectation.
Yeah.
Of just like, hey, the baby's crying, and I'm like, and you can't soothe the baby. It's like, why would you? It's not your baby. Why you don't hang it? You don't know what this baby
Yeah.
likes and doesn't like.
Yeah, and that baby, you like, and
This
also,
is just cool. The baby lets you hold it at all. That was cool.
Yeah. Also, I think it's weird whenever dudes are too into being like, oh, I love, let me hold your kid. And I'm like, aren't you a guy?
That's
Because
weird.
it makes it seem like you're a pedophile.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm getting to the age now, man, that I like a baby, dude. A girl's got a kid. I'll never date another girl that has a kid because I've done it, and it's hard because it's
Yeah.
hard when the breakup happens. Like you do, even if you're only seeing that kid once a week or once
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
It still sucks, man, because you didn't just lose the girl, you
Yeah.
lost
This little
'Cause-
connection with
right
something
'cause
that is pure.
you have those paternal
yeah.
instincts because that's why we're dick because we don't go through the same chemical thing that girls go through when they have babies or whatever. So dudes get that same, but we do go through a chemical thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just different because the women will attach to the that baby
Yeah.
specifically because that's their baby.
Yeah.
To dudes, we just get the same whatever drip that is from babies. Period.
Yeah.
And I'm getting to that age now that I'm like, dude, fucking kids kind of rock, man. Like
Yeah.
so that's why I spent years of my life going, I don't want kids,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I stopped myself because I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking pop one out.
Yeah.
Not me personally. I don't know. Science is getting there, but I don't know. I'm not pulling out anymore. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not doing it.
Watch out, ladies of Austin.
Dude, I've been the pullout champ since 2008.
Hell yeah, dog.
Hell
Right
yeah,
here.
dude.
Yeah.
That's
I'm pretty
my
sure.
Favorite, that's my favorite birth control right there, dog.
Just pulling out.
I'm pretty sure I'm just infertile. I'm
Yeah,
really like,
dude, I have to be. I have. There's no.
I'm so convinced. I've been so unsafe for so long.
I've never been good at anything my entire life. There's no way I'm just great at pulling out. There's no way. There's no way I'm really the pullout champ.
Yeah.
That's just what I tell every girl on Tinder that I'm
Yeah.
trying to have sex with.
Yeah.
It's like, put a condom on. No.
No.
Well, I'm not gonna fuck you if you don't put one on. Okay.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm not 14. It doesn't bother me anymore. I'll find you came over.
There's other
You don't think I'm
sluts
gonna
in
know?
this
You don't think I'm
town.
gonna know? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Molly. Because I am. If a girl tells me now to put a condom on, I will. I have 2 rules for condom use, and fellas, use this if you want. I like it, and it makes me sound like an asshole. But let me explain. One is I don't want to buy the condoms. There are condoms in my apartment because if I bring like a 10 home and she's
Yeah.
like, "You're fucking wearing one,"
Yeah.
okay. We're not
Rules
gonna.
don't exist if
We're
you're
not
hot
gonna
enough.
not
Yeah, we
fuck
get that.
like
Yeah.
a gym
Yeah.
because
Of something stupid.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm prepared. But my other rule, and I've had this rule for years and years and years, is the girl has to put it on, like me, right?
Dude, that sounds awful.
Well, girls are like, oh, that's bizarre. Whenever you're being
Yeah.
a dick about it. The honest thing is that I'm so fat that like I'm laying on my back and I'm like I can reach my dick fine, but like there's nothing less sexy than me out of breath trying to fucking tie a balloon animal like on my cock, and I'm like
Yeah.
pushing shit out of the way to get it. And now I'm like, all right, you want to have sex with me now?
Yeah, that's
You know what'd be really cool is, hey, while you're down there, if you're giving me head anyway, let's just slide that on down.
yeah.
Like, why am I having to fucking... Like I was saying earlier, like, I don't know if we were rolling yet, but like, if I'm sitting down, I'm not getting up to get anything.
Yeah.
You're like, do you want a beer? I'm like, if you're getting up,
Yeah.
but I'm not getting back up to get it. Fuck that. That's how I feel about putting condoms on. So yeah, use that, man. And honestly, 80% of the time, 10% of the time I've had girls go, no, that's not 10%, less than 10% girls have been like, no, that's fucked up that you asked me to do that and then just didn't. That very rarely happens. Most of the time a girl will just go, no. And then depending on what mood I'm in, I definitely I put the condom on. But like 80% of the time girls are just like, okay, we're going to put it on and then you're wearing it.
Yeah.
And then sex kind of sucks. And it's like, sex with a condom sucks. I didn't realize it sucked for both parties.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. Because I've never had sex as a woman.
But in the year of our Lord 2023, you could.
This in science, I don't know. But I still don't understand why it sucks for the girls. But I've had girls be like, "Yeah, I don't know. It sucks. I don't like it either."
I'm sure just rubber instead of like actual.
Instead of cock.
Yeah. It's that feeling.
Well, I don't know, man, because they fucked them old dildos, and them things are made of rubber for real.
Maybe they have the nice latex. They.
Yeah. Dude, I had a this is so, I actually talked to this guy today. My old roommate, I had my brother-in-law, well, I guess, my favorite thing to say, I call him my sister's baby daddy, even though they're like married. It's just still funny to me.
Yeah.
But my brother-in-law, James, got me a pocket pussy one year for Christmas. Which was a weird gift because I opened it in front of my entire family, including their 9-year-old daughter, my niece at the time. What's that? And I swear, if she had asked me what it was, I would have taken it out and showed me like this.
Yeah.
This is what your dad bought me, you fucking piece of shit. But so, dude, you're already fucking my sister. Why are you? I was like, what's this for? And he was, and listen, I'm not saying this braggadocious or whatever. I am a whore. A real, I have a real problem. It's getting better no, it's not. So very. I just fuck all the time. No, I have a real problem with. I have a real weird relationship with sex. But I asked him why he got me that, and he's like, "Well, I know, he said maybe you should just have a night with yourself or whatever instead of being in the streets."
Jack it off by yourself.
Yeah,
have a night with yourself.
What if you just aren't banging these whores? What if that's right?
Well, he was just like, he was like, you should slow down and settle down or whatever. And it was funny.
Just settle down with a pocket pussy is wild.
Well, no, that's hilarious. We'll wait till
just settle down with this pocket pussy.
So at the last people I lived with in Tennessee was this couple that I love them both dearly, Dustin and Shelby. Shout out. I talked to Dustin today. The two of my best friends in the entire world, man. I love these guys. Not comics, just regular people, right?
Yeah.
And Dustin's mom. He's gonna love that I'm saying this, but I'm gonna say it. His mom's name is Lori, and I hadn't used it. He watched me take it out of the box, and I was like, and it was green or whatever, and I was like, dude, the fucking. And I stuck my finger in it because why not? Why not?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna use this fucking thing or whatever. But it. I was like, okay, I get it. I get why this is, because it didn't look like a. Yeah. It was like a sleeve. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert. Or anything. But
he has 140 at home.
I told him, I know. Well, this is all leading up to what I'm going to tell you. But my buddy, I told him to stick it. I was like, dude, you'll get it.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, that's fucking lame. And I'm like, just do it.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't do it. And I promised him that if he didn't stick his finger in it, I was going to name it after his mom. So that was Lori 1. I recently got Lori 3. And Lori 3 is it's not crazy. Honestly, and this is weird. I made a joke at a show in Dallas. I was not even I was just riffing and doing crowd work, and I told I told him about Lori. The guy worked for a company or whatever that makes the things, and he's like, dude, I have a whole bunch of them in my car. Do you want a new one? And I was like, you're a serial killer. By company, you mean you killed.
Yeah.
I'm not. And listen, this thing is so realistic. It might be a woman, but it was. But I had this realization recently
Yeah.
that, like, cause there was a time like people are like, man, lesbians or whatever are just like they have fake dick. They're just trying to emulate a man or whatever.
Yeah.
And for years I understood it until recently, until I was using this thing. I was using Lori 3, and he's gonna be so mad that I'm telling this. But I was using this thing, and I had the thought while I was using it of like, oh, you know what? This does feel rubbery.
Yeah, it is different.
It is different, and it's supposed to emulate. This is like a nice fucking. I don't know whose pussy it's modeled after, but they did great. Because it feels great. It feels whatever. Like it worked. You know what I mean? But like I remember thinking to myself, I was like, oh, this is why. Even like I have hooked up with many women that are like, I am a lesbian. Mm-hmm. I only date women, but will fuck me. And I don't know what.
That's wild.
I have a list of names of like from like high school. The first girl. I'm not gonna say her name at all, but there was this girl, but like it was a gold star.
Yeah.
Like she only ever dated women, but was like, yeah, but you're rad. So
It's that funniness, dude.
No, not
They're
then.
they're just giggling till they gag, dude.
No, I was not funny in high school at all. I don't think I'm not really funny now, honestly. But that's one of my favorite things to get on Facebook right now is that, like I do, or I used to do. I was on Kill Tony a lot since I've been here. I haven't been on in a while, but once I was on there a lot for a minute. I would get messages from people from home that I went to school with, or we went to school with my sisters or whatever. And over 80% of those messages were people being like, yeah, I never would have thought that you would be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
And I love those. And that's why it always makes me happy when I have people be like, oh, you need to meet my friend. They're super funny. And I always tell them they should do stand-up.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, they should not.
It's a different thing.
It is such a different thing.
Yeah.
There's very few people. Like I know lots of, and that's the thing about comics is we accumulate together and we love each other and we find each other funny.
Yeah.
But like outside of that niche group, most of us aren't like we're not the office clown
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
At least
can't.
I'm not.
Yeah, see, I was able to like fuck around at my old work just because the place I worked at, everyone was really cool. Like I worked in a mechanic shop, so everyone was also kind of fucked up also.
Of course, yeah.
So it was like, oh, they're also kind of twisted.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
you can kind of be wild, but yeah, all the funniest people I know could never do comedy.
Oh,
And
I
I'm
know.
fully I'm like, you're the funniest guy I've ever met in my life, but keep selling insurance.
Yeah,
like
do not
you
don't need to do stand up.
Yeah, this is
Well,
not
dude,
a thing.
I bomb in the barbershop constantly. Oh my
That's
god.
the language barrier, though.
No, that's probably that's no. We cut mostly like 40-year-old white dude's hair. A lot of times. But yeah, I bomb in the shop constantly.
Yeah.
And where the other barbers will crush or sue, and they're like, man, I should do stand up. Like one of my very good friends that I cut hair with is like, yeah, I'm gonna get up there one day, and I'm like, you don't need to.
Yeah.
You're doing this. You're
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
I'm doing stand up because I need to.
Yeah.
Like I have a real burn. If I don't do stand up, I itch. Like I've tried to quit. This is a nightmare.
Yeah.
This is hell on earth that we're all trying to fucking do, and I can't not.
Yeah.
It's just it's what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
I guess I kind of get that because I love it more than anything. But if I met somebody who like had a good job, I was like, I'm gonna quit my job, dude. I'd tell them not to, because I'm like, it's so worth it if it can start working for you, but it's such a hard, weird thing to do.
Yeah. That's what I tell people. That I did. It's actually really funny because this is the second podcast that I've been on. and recently that I was the first guest. But like with comics, it's different. These two guys, the podcast I did in Fort Worth with these guys, they were great guys, super nice, but neither of them were comics, and they were very like excited to talk to a comedian.
Yeah.
And one of them was like, "Oh, I'm thinking about giving it a shot," and that's what I tell anybody that like has that really wants to have that conversation. I'm like, dude, this is not like. I love stand up. I love stand up the same way I love Tammy. Like I love Tammy. That's my mom. This is the thing I love.
Yeah.
I left my family at home.
Yeah.
I ruined myself financially.
Yeah.
I quit job. I left people. Everyone I love is in East Tennessee right now.
Yeah.
Everyone. Right? And I left it all to come to Texas. To do this to go like this on stage every day. Like, yeah? I have a bit right now where I show my butt crack on stage. That's the whole bit. What's the joke? I pull my pants down a little bit conspicuously. That's sneaky, right?
Yeah.
Inconspicuous is not sneaky.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. But and then I will turn my back to the audience and ask them, "Can you guys see my butt crack?" And they go, "No." And then I shimmy my shirt up and then go, "How about now?" That's a bit. My family, I'm not getting to see my niece grow up, so I can do that.
Yeah, I completely understand, dude. I have a
my relationship with my parents is really weird.
Yeah.
Because they're like, "Why the fuck are you in tech? I had an 800 credit score when I moved here.
Shit.
It's gone.
Yeah.
I go to check my credit score and it's just like, you don't want to know.
Yeah, just to stop it.
Yeah, it's like, you know. I literally will try to check my credit score and I start getting ads for suicide hotline. It's like, no, this is not it.
It's like you can't actually buy a new car.
No, dude.
It's wild.
You can't get into hey, you want to go into an apartment? I hope you have 10 grand.
Yeah.
I hope you can move in. I hope you can sell enough plasma to get in. So that's when people are like, "Oh, I want to try stand up." It's like, why?
Yeah.
Like and I'll never discourage anyone because someone encouraged me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that, and I used to be, I was like a touring youth minister. Like I was a theater major. Like I've done some things on stage that I'm really proud of and that I love to do. But like the first time I did stand up, it was like, I quit acting. Like I did my first open mic and then called the guy that was like getting me acting gigs, and was like, "Hey, I love you so much, man. You're fired." And he was like, "What did I do? You didn't do anything. I was not doing plays anymore." And he was like, "You did one open mic. Yeah. You're 20 years old. You can't even go to can't go to the bars to do the shows."
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always weird when people are like, "Oh, I want to give this a shot." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine, but like,
I think
this is hell."
I think it's a little bit of like a sickness.
It's
like you either have the thing where it's like, this is the only thing I can ever truly get myself to love and want to pursue, or it's not.
Right.
And I think that it's really hard for people that like have lives and jobs and kids, and because it's like, hey, don't fuck up your life for this, because it takes such a toll. Or do, but just know what you're losing. Yeah. And be aware of what you're losing. Yeah. Because if you do fall in love with this, like it can, and it will, and I talk shit about myself because that's just the way I make peace with the world. But like, if I look back to where I was 3 years ago and look at my career, my life now, we're rolling the way we're supposed to be going. Yeah. And so it can love you back. Like I will say that to anybody. It can love you back. But it doesn't always. And if that's not the life you want to live, if you don't want to go through hell, then and I say this with the utmost respect and love and kindness, but stay the fuck out of the way. Yeah. Hey, why are there 75 people at this open mic? You know why? Because 40 people want to give this a shot. Yeah. Yeah, I do agree with that. I do get bothered, and like JP told me the other night, we were drinking, and I was bitching about people that like, they're like, "This is my hobby," and I'm like, "Fuck you, then. Don't be here." Like,
But then
they have every right to do it. Still.
Right.
Like, I have no place to
Who
feel
the fuck
that
am
way.
I to say don't do this?
Yeah, like I'm an asshole for feeling that way,
Right.
and that's what JP told me immediately. He's like, "Why are you being a dickhead?" And I'm like, "I don't know, because to me, it's like I either do this or I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life."
Right.
Yeah, and it's like, so it bothers
exactly.
me whenever people are like, "I make 6 figures and I tell jokes
wanna do
sometimes,"
this
and
thing,
I'm like,
yeah.
"I hate you."
Yeah, but also, I mean, some of them are the funniest people, man.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It feels weird, and I want to retract that. I'll never say get out of it, because what do you get out of the way for me? Who the fuck am I? You know,
Well, yeah, exactly,
I'm
because
some
it's
fucking fat loser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who cares?
yeah,
But yeah, it's just like the people that do this as a hobby. That's why there's 80 people at it. That's why there's 500 comedians in Austin. Is because not only did you have guys like me that moved here, and like you guys that moved here to do, like, we're doing this no matter what. But then you also have people that move here that are like, oh, I want to go do. I know 5 people, which this is insane. This is an insane statistic to even think about. I know 5 different people that I can name that moved here and had never done stand up.
And they moved here.
They moved to Austin
to
start stand up.
yeah,
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
oh yeah,
That is such a foreign idea to me.
yeah,
I don't get it. Like,
Especially if you've never done it, like you really don't.
you
understand.
have no clue.
Yeah, you don't know.
You
what
don't
you're
know the
stepping into.
etiquette of it. You don't know, like.
yeah.
Like I had to start I started in a smaller scene in Denver.
Exactly.
And like, then I came here, but then
Yeah.
I like kind of learned a little bit. But dude, to come down here and just be like, "Yo, Kill Tony's gonna change my life," no, it won't.
wild.
It can. It does for people. You know?
yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's
fun.
It's
It was
just
fun, though.
it's insane, bro. Like, yeah. So I always tell people, man, I would encourage anyone to try. If somebody tells me I want to try stand up, I just don't have it in me to go don't.
Yeah,
Because I told John Miller, he's a comedian in Memphis, Tennessee. I want him here, so he's unbelievably funny. We worked together at AT&T when I was 20 years old, and I'd had someone tell me go find an open mic.
Yeah.
Had no idea where that was or how to do it, and John Miller ran an open mic and we just had it was weird how it worked out.
Yeah.
'Cause it was just how fate happens that way. But John. John was like, I'm not going to tell you not to do it, and he could have. I could have been like, man, I really want to do this and pursue this, and he could have easily been like, no, this sucks, and been a curmudgeon, like I'm being right now.
Yeah.
He could be a curmudgeon about it, and I never would have started.
Yeah.
But he wasn't encouraging. He was like, yeah, man, fucking do whatever. But he was very much like, if this is what you want to do, I'll give you. He ran an open mic. He's like, I'll put you on the mic.
Yeah.
I'll guarantee you, and like I'll put you in a decent spot, whatever. We were friends. We are friends. I don't know what that means, but the guy behind the camera is throwing gang signs. No, you're fine. Sorry, I'm breaking the fourth wall on purpose. But yeah, man, John Miller, dude, that guy. But he was.
Yeah.
So that's he really. I mean, he. It's funny how that was 8 years ago, and to this day, that's how I try to be with people that are like, I want to start doing stand up. I'm like, because every part of me wants to be like, it sucks.
Yeah.
I love stand up so much. There's nothing that makes me happier, that makes me sad, that makes me feel anything like stand up does. So, and I want to be able to tell people that, but other than that, I'm just someone's like, I want to start stand up. I'm like, well, fucking here's Austin, Texas Comedy Instagram. Yeah. Pick one. There's 40. Pick one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'd say start with like the hard ones, like the strip.
Sunset Strip?
Yeah, Sunset Strip. Go to that one.
Yeah.
There's not many people, like, the few open mics I've been to there wasn't a crowd.
Yeah.
At least just feel the ability to talk to a wall for 4 minutes.
Oh, that's what a stand-up comedy open mic is Especially in Denver, I'm sure it was this way. You start in
Missouri.
In Missouri, in St. Louis, or
No, I was actually in Columbia, which is
Okay,
just
cool.
the very center
Is
of
that where
nowhere.
the school is?
Yeah, Mizzou Tigers. Yeah,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Very
they
cool.
suck.
Hell yeah. Anyway, well, Knoxville is. I'm from. It's University of Tennessee. It's just a college town, so it's very, very similar. Denver's like actually a great comedy city.
Yeah,
Like the
it
comedy work, and it's like a great town. But what an open mic is, if anyone's ever, they're like, "What's it like?" I'm like, "Oh, I'll tell you what it's like." Okay, you're gonna show up to a bar. Imagine you showed up to a bar, and there's 5 people there.
Yep.
And they're there
To drink.
to have a good time.
Yep.
They're there to talk to what I was talking about earlier with these people that go to work and then go home. That's the people you're dealing with. And that's best case scenario. We're talking small towns, right? They're there at the bar, and you're showing up, and you're going to ruin their afternoon.
See, what's wild
Very
is
fair.
That's what we're there.
Point, yeah.
We're gonna ruin their entire night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because now we're like, hey, I get this is your bar.
Yeah.
You're a regular at this bar.
Yeah.
You're here every night of the week or whatever, right? You have just never been here at fucking Broken Branch. Oh my God, you're right. You just happen to be here on a Thursday this time, and I'm yelling at you to shut the fuck, stop talking.
Yeah, listen to me now.
Listen to what
Yeah.
because I have a microphone, and what have I done to deserve your attention? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely, other than I showed up here a half hour ago to put my name on a piece of paper.
Yeah. See, what's weird for me is the scene I started in. We only had 2 open mics a week, so it was very, very small.
Small, yeah.
But at the one open mic that was at a place called East Side, it was a full-on dive bar.
Hell yeah.
There was like baby heads on the walls.
Love it.
There was an inflatable shark on the ceiling. It was
Those are the best showcases.
it was the wildest place ever. But because there was no comedy in the scene, we had legit audiences.
Of course, yeah.
So whenever I showed up for my first open mic, or the first time I showed up and I couldn't even get on, but I didn't understand how comedy worked.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah.
So I show up and I'm like, I want to do comedy, and the guy's like, come back in 2 weeks. We can get you on then.
Yeah, sure.
The place was packed.
Yeah.
All this and that. So like I was used to doing doing comedy 2 actual rooms.
Yeah.
So then I came down to Austin. I'm like, well, yeah, you can hit 15 mics a week.
Sure.
Easy. That's
Easy.
not a big deal. But
But yeah, there's no one here. There's no
it's
one at the
so
mics.
oversaturated.
Right, yeah.
So it's like that's why I'm kind of like do it in a town that doesn't maybe have so much competition at first.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, go get good. If you're thinking about moving to Austin to do it for the first time, again, I'll never discourage you. If that's your path, man, that's your path. You do it. That's what makes you happy. But yeah, absolutely. I think dude, even move to San Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Houston or Dallas. And those are very similar scenes to like, I'm sure they're more similar to, Houston's very much like Denver, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Tennessee, bro, hell yeah, man. I'm showing up to do this open mic. And yeah, we had great I used to run a room at this rest in peace, this bar called Sassy Ann's, and it was a Friday night mic that was almost like a booked kind of, because I was like running this mic.
Yeah.
But bro, we'd have 130 people there.
Yeah.
People up in the fucking rafters of the bar. And it's like, if you're going up in that last half, you better have some jokes.
Oh yeah.
Or these people are going to, because it was a gay club unofficially. And on Friday nights, they had like dance. They had like a DJ, and it was like a fucking thing. So people would show up. That's the only reason they did the open mic is it was in this back house. It was like a house converted into a bar. So people would drive by for years and would see the parking lot empty, and they wouldn't pull in. So the owner of the bar was like, "Yeah, we'll do an open mic,
Fill the parking
and we'll
lot.
fill the parking lot."
Yeah.
And then, but dude, so the show would start with like 40. Halfway through the show, there's like 70. Dude, if you're in the last 5 comics, there's 100 people here, and they're ready to dance.
Yeah.
They were great. They were respectful. They would watch the show as long as you were decent.
Yeah.
And that's when shit was.
Yeah. Cut there.
We got it. I already cut. So. But,
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah, like we have
Sorry.
like 2 minutes, plugs and wrap.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already been an hour?
It's already been an hour.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I've been talking, boys.
Well, now just do you have anything to plug? Anything coming up? Anything you're working on?
Man, Lewis's Corner Barbershop. No, actually I do. I'm not like running any shows or anything right now. But no, every Monday we're at Lewis's Corner Barbershop on Guadalupe and Airport. We're doing haircuts, discounted haircuts for comedians and comedy club staff.
Yep.
So if you're from out of town or whatever, honestly, bro, I had somebody come in the other day. They're like, "Man, I'm thinking about doing an open mic for the first time," and I was like, to me today on Monday,
whatever.
you're a comic."
Yeah.
So yeah, come get. It's the barbershop. We're closed. If you Google it, it'll say we're closed. I'm there. I cut your hair the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite haircuts I got in
Yeah.
Austin.
Thank you. I really appreciate
100%,
it.
dude.
Definitely come do that. Hit List Comedy with the very great and powerful Lucas McCrary and Dan Patetsky.
Fuck yeah.
They run a show, or it's their show. I host it at Vulcan Gas Company. Just follow Hit List Comedy on Instagram. I don't know. We do it every month. We do it.
Yeah.
We either do like 2 shows. We'll do like a Friday, Saturday, or do 2 shows on a Saturday or something like that.
Yeah.
That's coming up in a couple weeks. And then, yeah, other than that, man, follow me on Instagram, Tre Pack Comedy, TREPACK. That's where, if I'm doing a show, it's in my stories.
Yeah.
People ask me all the time, they're like,
Yeah.
"When's your next show?" And I'm like, "I'll find out when I get the message on Instagram."
Yeah.
And it's like, "Here's the lineup," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, fuck."
Yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah, and then So just look for my stories. Come get a haircut. It's we do all right.
Yeah.
It's me and my buddy Isaac, and it's a nice little shop. But no, thank you guys for having me. I had a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
This
Well,
was
hey,
super cool.
we really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Been fucking
100%.
awesome. And I guess cheers to birthday boys.
Cheers to the birthday boy.
Yeah, man.